Hey, folks. Hey, folks. I realise time may be against us. If I just do that. Alright, Daz. How you doing? I'm getting used to this because I'm doing it on OBS, so everyone, I do want you to be fairly patient with me. This is going to take me some time. But I do, of course, welcome everybody to the stream. I really do appreciate everybody being in here. It won't be easy. Quality on my PC. I want the video in 1080p, so there we go. But you've got two choices. You can either... We're going to do the Dynamite review, but you've got two choices. Either we do the Dynamite review, we either do it whilst I'm gaming on the Switch, so it's either Switch or I bring on the PlayStation. It's entirely up to you, but it's set to go. See if I can just... There we go. What's up, Zach? Good to see you, brother. So it's up to you guys. I either do my Switch or I do my PS5. And it's quite easy. I just switch between the HDMI output cables. It's up to you. What do you want me to do? All I ask though is that you definitely be patient with me, alright? Because it's been a while since I've done it like this because it won't work on Streamlabs. I can only do it on OBS because for some reason it doesn't pick up on that, so I'm stuck either way. Go analytics for here. Why is it not showing Why is it not showing the chat on YouTube? Ugh. At least I've got the chat here. It's been a pain in my fucking left bollock. Let's see. Why am I not getting the YouTube chat? What is going on? There we go. Right, I can see your chats now. Hello, folks. My apologies. Right, so. Yo, your match is next. Alright, cool. Reese, do you think Darby should get a title shot soon? No. No thanks. He's not there yet. There's the proper chat. It wasn't shown for me. So, ladies and gentlemen, you do have a choice. Switch or PS5 or original Xbox. Because I do have my original Xbox as well, which is also on HDMI. What do you want to do? Oh, and I forgot one thing. Really important. Annoying. There we go. Fuck it. So, this week's show, AEW Dynamite, and we're going to have a bit of gaming at the side. I'm going to have to make sure the sound doesn't come through. Gotta be careful. capture card audio, that's the one. There, you should only hear my voice now. Hopefully. Because there's no way in hell I'm getting in trouble. Okay then. After all, it is a learning curve. There should be no game sound now. This is gonna, like I said, it's just me getting used to it. Because I don't do it often on this, like, it's the first time streaming on the Switch. And the Switch is a right bitch to set up. First time streaming on the Switch. And the Switch is a right bitch to set up. But I do thank everybody that is tuned in. But we are going to obviously talk AEW Dynamite as well. Last night's AEW Dynamite certainly was... It was an episode. That's for sure. And if you actually look at it in a nutshell, there's more to it than meets the eye. We got obviously a major update. Like, we got a serious update, of course. The brackets for the title match has finally been produced. That doesn't look good. I'm looking at it now and that does not look good. Hold on. Can raise that encoder speed. Then that's what we'll do. And it looks like it's running smoothly. At least I think it's running smoothly. You guys will have a little bit of a lag, but that's just normal, but I'll work on that. Now, I don't want to do it for too long, but we're certainly going to have a little bit of fun. So, last night's Dynamite. Guys, we'll have a little bit of a lag, but that's just normal. I'll work on that. Now, too long, but we're certainly going to have a little bit of fun. So, last night's Dynamite opens up with the World Trios Championship match, which is the Ops versus the Hurt Syndicate. This is quite a brutal matchup if you look at it. It certainly adds more to the process, like in terms of like where we're actually going with this. Are they more entitled? Are they more weak on it? What is the main aim? That's of course very important. Process, like in terms of like where we're actually going with this? Are they more entitled? Are they more weak on it? What is the main aim? That's of course very important. And I thought the match was actually quite good between them. In terms of like, the match quality, this is a fun one, like especially if you look at the standout in this match, this trios match, the main standout is Katsuyori Shibata. Like Shibata's standout was actually really impressive, and that's exactly what you want to see. From a talent perspective, he shows why he's right up there. And I thought, as a whole, the aggression of this man was just so good to watch, and they don't waste their breath. Like, if you actually look at it, they tore they tear MVP Lashley and Benjamin apart. Now, I get the Hurt Syndicate are a nuisance. Two seconds. One second, folks. Yeah, not important. Of course, I am going to need your guys' support tonight as well, because again, this is getting used to new territory. I'm hoping I can keep the stream going at its best in between whilst we're going. But anyway, so this match obviously has expected interference from Ricochet. Ricochet does get involved, which certainly ties into obviously their storyline, their ongoing storyline anyway. It's a bit disappointing, but well, we're there, aren't we? Are we surprised? I'm not. I'm not surprised in the slightest, but it's the manner of it. Samoa Joe's promo again reinforcing the fact that he's a heel. Not a bad promo from Samoa Joe. Like, the guy just hates the mistreatment, and he's right to do what he wants. I mean, this is certainly not going to be like a one-off title shot for Samoa Joe. He's certainly going to have more than that. Like, he's going to get a range of matches, which is a good thing to see, and Joe does live up to that. Now, the most important thing is the fact that he just does not give a shit about being good guy or bad guy. He doesn't care. And Joe does live up. And to be fair, why should he care? You know, like, he should be tearing people apart. He should be just, fuck this, fuck the lot of you. I'm just gonna wreak havoc and be myself, and that's how it should be. I don't want to see a heel just do things for the sake of it. I want to see a heel go, I just hate people. I hate you and I want to hurt you. And that's exactly what Joe does. He hates people, so he hurts them. And he does a better job than the Hurt Syndicate. Like, the Ops are the one that hurt people. Hey Maria, how are you doing, pal? I realise that I've got quite a few showing. I've tried to do it so many times. That's why it shows I've got so many like streams, but I don't. I only have the one. It is a Dynamite review whilst gaming. Yes, it's got me on two of them, I think. So I'm trying to find the right one. Yeah, not that one. This one. There we go. It had me on the wrong stream for some reason, which is really annoying. So you're getting a mixture of both. You're getting me trying out something new, and you also get me just talking wrestling. But again, Dynamite did start with that trios tag. Yeah, they are doing a fair bit of rematches. You're not wrong. I do think that they need to cut that out, but I don't disagree with you. I think the fact that there's too many rematches is, well, rather sad actually. The only rematch I'm actually happy with is Joe versus Hangman, because the fact that we've now got Samoa Joe as a fully fledged heel, we know that he'll do so much more, which was a demand, and I think that's really key. If we didn't have that, then it would be a bit of a, well, why bother? So I'm kind of glad we don't have that issue on this one. Now, I do agree with that. I am sick of this feud between them. If we're just gonna end the feud, just do Benjamin versus Ricochet and let it be the end of it once and for all. I also like the fact that Powerhouse Hobbs was unable to get anywhere near Bobby Lashley by design. So shout out to Samoa Joe for that, because that's really important. If he didn't do that, I would have been really disappointed. Exactly. That's another thing. We're gonna come to that shortly. Like we will really come to that, because that is fun enough what's next. Darby Allin's promo, I get it. He lives, dies, and well, lives, breathes, and dies AEW, which I validate and appreciate. However, if you're gonna live, breathe, and die a company, at least have the decency to realize when enough is enough. Like, he just continues and continues and continues to just go, "Oh, I'm not done yet," and I'm like, mate, you've had a coffin match. Roy Sheen, I know I can't stop it. I've tried to stop it, it won't let me. I'm gonna try again though. Let me see if I can try and stop it. Right, there's five watching that one. Can I just stop this one? I think when I hit stop. To be fair though, if there's two streams then we can just keep having fun. I don't know why it's duplicated itself. But who cares? People are watching, you're getting your comments read. And if you don't like it, well, you know what to do. Oh, that's a horrible nature. I don't like the fact that you can't fucking do it the way you used, like the old ways. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. If they do, then I'll be done. If they honestly go down the route of AI, then I don't want anything to do with AEW. Like, I will genuinely give up on AEW if they go down the AI route. cool. It's cool. You don't have to justify anything. Like I'll stop reviewing, I'll stop talking about it, everything. I don't like they've made a game that is literally they've made a game that you can't even turn off the autosave feature. Who does that? And this is just a, to be fair, this is just a test. Like I'm only testing out the Switch on this. If I don't like how it works, then I just won't use the Switch anymore. And I'll just stick to playing normally. But aye, Darby Allin living breathes the AEW banner. And there's a pre-tape promo from Jack Perry saying that their goal, himself and Luchasaurus, the goal is to get the World Tag Team titles back from AEW, which then leads to a Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag. And not gonna lie, the Fatal 4-Way Tag is actually not too bad. I mean, you look at the teams, you have Jamie Hayter and Queen Aminata, Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford, Sky Blue and Julia Hart, and Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron. These are some good teams. Like, and then the winners get to choose the rights to their opponents, which I do like. You look all round, there's a decent division if they get it right. And that's what I want. I want them to get it right because I want to have some fun with the tag team division. Because if you don't get that right, then what's the point? If you can't get it right, then there's no need to continue. So but in terms of the match, like Penelope Ford, brilliant moonsault, Megan Bayne flying around the place. The Sisters of Sin are good tag teams still. Like they're showing their tag team wizardry, which I like. And then Queen Aminata and Jamie Hayter get the win. Now the only thing though is I don't like that Megan Bayne's actually in this tournament. Temple, you're an evil bastard. Oh, I've seen that. You're an evil bastard. Once I get this part out of the way, then we'll go back. It should go back to one stream. I don't know why it's doing two at once, but I just think it's funny. Ah, sounds good. What can I say? I'm a main eventer. Which round one match am I looking forward to the most? Hmm. Well, I see Fernando winning the other streams as well. I apologize. I'm gonna have to try and get rid of them. I don't know why it won't let me though. That's the problem. Let's see. It's not what I'm after. Behave. There we go. Will you let me delete now? There we go. So many at once are just being removed. I'll answer that question in just a second, Fernando. Come on. Right, if I now go on. I should only have one now. There. I should only have one live showing now. Yeah, I fixed that. The other one's gone. Right, okay. So, Fernando wanted to know what first round matches I'm looking forward to, and I'm happy to oblige that question, my friend. Um, I am looking forward to Windsor and Rio versus Tony and Mina Shirakawa the most. I think that's actually the best tag match overall. The one I'm not looking forward to the most is Mercedes Moné and Athena versus Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron because the tag teams are both wrong. I think I think Ty J versus Megan Bay and Penelope Ford is a good match to have. But I've got nothing against Mercedes Moné. I don't before anyone comes in going, oh, it's just because it's Mercedes Moné. It's not. Like I really don't care. She just should be in the tournament. Like there's no need for her to be in this tournament. For me, it's lazy booking. But and I will gladly say that. I don't care if that hurts people or offends someone. It's lazy booking. What reason has Mercedes Moné got to be in this tournament? Especially when in AEW she's got no friends. The only friend she had, she binned. Like, I'm actually really disappointed that she's in this tournament. I'm happy with her winning singles championships. I'm alright with that. But she's got no reason to be in this tournament. None whatsoever. But I suppose in circumstance it may have been expected that she was going to show up, and she has. Okay, cool. Um, in that case, then the best thing to do is see how it pays out. And if she puts someone over, I'm okay for that. It's fine to have star power, Fernando, but it's also more important to have logic behind it. And if you look at it functionally, this isn't. You know what I mean? Like, this doesn't feel functional to me. And even so, you talk about star power. Where the hell is Diona Perazzo? Where's Taya Valkyrie? Why are they not in this tournament? It could be all the star power you want, but where's the logic? Like, not having them in this tournament to me is ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, and even so, like, she's back in AEW now. Where's Hikaru Shida? Why is Hikaru Shida not in this match? Like, with a tag team partner, she'd be perfect for this. I feel like they're just missing out. Oh, it should be. I don't want it to be overdone tournament. I want it to be like on one show. Make it the whole episode or whatever the full focus of the tag team titles and just do the tournament. It would be so much better and enjoyable. So I agree. I'd be all in the face of it. I'd be like, yes, please, let's just have it. Yeah, the other one's gone. Good. If I just edit that title, there we go. I don't know. That's the part that just doesn't make any sense. There, so I've changed the channel now. This stream will now be subscribers only. So if you've not subscribed to the Weekly Steel Chair, please do. Then you can join our chat. Join our chat. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button, and enjoy the Weekly Steel Chair. However, if you just want to sit and watch the video but you don't want to subscribe, no worries. That's entirely up to yourself. I think so. Yeah, Windsor's teaming up with Riho. They've got Tony Storm. That's the match I'm looking forward to. But we still should have got a Karushida. I need to be able to get the frame rate to match. It's saying encoding overloaded. That's the only thing I need to make sure it doesn't overload on the encoding. If I can figure that out, it would be good. Mina versus Tekla is going to be good. Yeah. Hopefully. I certainly hope so. We do get a promo last night from the Young Bucks. Well, it's a direct promo to the owner, Tony Khan, demanding a match with Jurassic Express. And his response is, let's have an 8-man tag for 400k. Tony. I'm all for 8-man tags, but can we stop with the money matches? Essentially, please stop, because you're going to make an arse of yourself. The Broke Bucks are brilliant, but they shouldn't be competing in matches with money on the line. They should be getting as far to money and then stopped at the last second. That is where the enjoyment is for me, where you can really hurt them. But I suppose that doesn't work here. Speed, a naive nature. You know what? A naive nature I can deal with. I can handle a naive nature, Totodile. Catherine's husband is so terrible on screen. Why does he look at the camera like that? Tony Khan, right? I will say this. I think he's got the TV direction of a dishwasher. So that could be taken in different ways. Josiah gets my jokes, he'll know exactly what I mean. This chick wants a battle, she can suck an egg. You know what the worst thing is about last night's show? Is the best part of the show wasn't even a real person. In terms of segments, the best part about last night's show isn't a real person. The best segment on last night's show that was non-match related was a fucking puppet. A puppet. What up with that? Right, she's been beaten. Let's continue. Obviously, I will play this game, like, at times, like, not on screen. But I want to just test the limits. If you guys want me to switch it to the PS5, I can gladly switch to the PS5. I've got no idea how that'll turn out, but we can certainly try. Too bad she's not called Karen. I wasn't crazy about the money puppet. I am, yeah, because I think it's genuinely funny. And it's a shame because I think that puppet is far more funny than the real life version. Like, the puppet relies on Harley Cameron's fingers up its ass to do the work, and yet it did a far better promo than Mercedes did. That's not a joke, by the way. And I'm gonna fix one thing. I want to add this in. There we go. For everybody. There you go. I'm not showing any disrespect. I'm actually showing her a lot of respect by what I'm saying.